think we're moving into a time where community is a great marketing strategy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, building that network, building that community, building like-minded people, bringing like-minded people together and supporting them
Yeah.
leads to your business growth.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I think as well, like the number of things where I've seen women benefit from, they haven't started out going, I'm going to try and get work from this kind of thing, but
Yeah.
they've just grown their friendship online, and it'll be like one designer's too busy, and they're, because they know that other designer, they're really happy to pass that on as a referral and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I think community is, I think if you set out to do it hoping that you get business out of it, then you're not doing it right at all. Like, it
Yeah.
has to come from a genuine place.
Yeah.
But I think you can definitely grow your business. Like, it's just got positive for your business.
Totally. Well, and I think the interesting thing as well is that, like you say, if you start out thinking this is like how I'm going to get money out of this person by helping them, they can feel that for
Yeah.
starters. You just feel like you're selling to them.
Yeah.
But not everyone will need your product or service at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're there supporting them, they become an advocate for you. And
Mhm.
that's the biggest thing I've found is that people will say to me, I don't need this right now, but I actually know a couple of people that do,
Yeah.
you know, and just because I've had them on the podcast or I've sent them a resource or I've, you know, just booked a one-on-one call to talk about and share my experience fundraising or whatever it's been,
Yeah.
they're like amazing. And they're like, you know, yeah, maybe it's not the right fit for them, but they go and tell somebody else about the
Yeah.
network and community. And I think that's the thing. If you can just show up and be helpful, you will be surprised at how far that will spread.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, I think, yeah, I've seen it so many times in my own business, and I've heard it from other people, but yeah, it definitely, I think people have such a craving for community these days, and I just like genuine community. I think it's, yeah, it's a really great kind of added extra to your business.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you find, obviously we interior designer, then managing the studios, going into tech platform and running your own business. Obviously you built a business around supporting interior designers in their business.
Mhm.
Did you find any challenge or struggle or learning curve going from working from somebody else to being in business yourself?
No. So when I finished school, I went to uni, thought I
Yep.
was going to be a doctor, did all that kind of stuff, and then realized kind of halfway through it wasn't really for me.
Yep.
And so I did a complete 180 and went and did a floristry course and ended up buying a floristry business and had my own floristry business
Oh,
for 10 years.
cool. Oh
So,
my God.
yeah, I know, it's random. So I actually went from small business owner to employee back
Ah,
to being a small business owner.
gotcha.
So I
You'd already done the hard yards.
yeah, yeah. So I had that kind of journey, but I think as well, when I started working for myself, um, I was, so as I mentioned, I had a 6-month-old baby when I started my studio.
Mm,
So what I was learning was how to work as a mum. And
yes.
that is a whole other ball game.
Mm,
So that was, I suppose, the iteration of my small business journey that I had when I started my design studio, and that was very different. It's yeah, it's not just the time; it's the mental juggle. It's all of those kind of things, and so that was something that I had to learn how to do when I started my own studio. And I suppose that's um, it's a bit of a lens that I put over a lot of my, I suppose, when I think about systems and processes, because so for me, it's caring for young children. For someone else, it might be caring for elderly parents or another family member. Or it might be that you just want to be able to play tennis 3 times a week. Like whatever it is that you want to have, what other things you have in your life, that is the lens that I put through a lot of the stuff that I talk about when it comes to systems and processes. Because the reality is, if you have strong systems and processes, you are going to have more time and more flexibility, but also the mental capacity that you have is not going to be taken up with the stress of, oh my God, like where have I written that down and where have I done that kind of thing? Like it calms the mind. So, like as a working mum, I think I've got maybe a 20% capacity of what I used to have in terms of like recall and all that kind of stuff, because I'm also thinking about who's picking up the child from school today. But yeah, having strong systems and processes really helps with that. So that, I suppose, is definitely something that I had to kind of learn second time round.